Hey guys. Okay, so I know the video was not working yesterday. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened with it. Edpuzzle has been having some serious problems lately, so knock on wood that does not happen today. We're still going to take our weekly quiz this week. It's going to be a little different. Instead of answering questions about like how to annotate, you're going to be answering questions about the things you were actually annotating yesterday. Substantiation and the claims, the evidence, it's all stuff we've done before. We did it in HMH, and we did it with a podcast as well. We annotated that transcript. So should be pretty easy. Now, I'm just going to kind of go through some of the things on the quiz that I'm not sure that you'll know, or we may have missed yesterday in the video that I may have missed. That was in the video yesterday when I talked about it, but we didn't get to see that. Okay, so we have 5 questions about synthesis, which if you're not sure what synthesis is before you take this quiz, please go back and look at Wednesday's lesson. Okay, that video was working, and I give you the definition of synthesizing, and we go over different ways, but you need to go back. You need to know what synthesis is. Okay, that's 5 questions on your quiz, half of it. It's only a 10-question quiz this time because there aren't too many questions over argumentative versus informative because that's pretty easy. We have some questions, a lot of them about the Branch Davidians, and while they are questions about synthesizing information, you need to actually have read that information in order for them to make sense, okay? So if you don't know who George Roden is, go back and read the article, the history article, just the regular one, not the 6 fun facts one, before you complete this quiz, okay? Let me see. Okay, I did throw some extra words in here that we're going to go over soon. Ethos, logos, and pathos, they're rhetorical appeals. We have talked about them before this year. We will talk about them again. Ethos is credibility. So if a doctor tells you to go on a diet A and your friend tells you, no, diet B is better for you, you're going to listen to the doctor, right? Because they're a doctor. And they are credible. They have a degree saying they know what they're talking about more than your friend knows what they're talking about. Pathos is emotion. So if you're trying to convince somebody of something and you're telling them, don't drink and drive because I know someone who drank and drove and they died. That is using pathos, right? That is emotion. It's an emotional, obviously I'm going through this quick, so I didn't use very much emotion there, but it would be a really sad story and really convincing. Logos is just using logic, okay? Logically speaking, usually use statistics or whatever claim they make, they back it by evidence, okay? And those are all ways to persuade people of things. So again, I'm not asking you what those are, but they are in parentheses, and I don't want you to throw those words to throw you off. Let me see. So diction, again, I put the definitions of these in parentheses, but I don't want it to throw you off if you forgot. Diction, like dictionary, it means the author's word choice. So ask about the media using diction, or the words they chose to use, with negative connotations, meaning the words they used had a negative meaning implied, okay? So people often use, if you say scrawny, versus slender. Okay, if you look at a man and he's pretty skinny and you say, wow, that man is so scrawny. And then if you say, wow, that man is so slender, they both mean super thin, right? One, scrawny, has a very negative connotation, right? Like that, we think of too skinny when we hear that. Slender can mean the exact same thing, but it just means someone is small, they're skinny. So you see how those two can have same word, same meaning, but one has a very negative connotation. So you're going to think about why the author would do that. David Koresh, we didn't really talk about this too much, but one of his most persuasive techniques he used to convince these people to follow and believe what he did wholeheartedly was fear. He scared them into believing that if they didn't follow what he did, they wouldn't make it to heaven. There would be this world war and they wouldn't know what to do. And he used scripture to back it up, so they believed him. But he greatly, very similar to Hitler, just played off of the fear of these people to control them. It wasn't like a happy, he was welcoming and loving and made them feel at home, but it wasn't like, follow me so you can go to heaven. It was more like, follow me or you're going to go down under. So, okay. Yesterday you had to look for bias. Remember that bias is just, it's just your own personal opinion getting in the way of what you believe. If I said Baylor is the best team in all of college football, don't come at me with facts. Okay, I know that technically they're not. But I can't say that because I'm a Baylor Bear, and it is biased of me. If I tell you Baylor is the best team in the nation, you can't take what I say at face value. Obviously, I'm going to say that because I went to school there, so I'm biased. Okay. Okay, and then you need to go back and look up the definitions of claim, substantiate, and evidence if you haven't already. And let me see, what else do we have? And then just know the difference between argumentative and informative. And that's it for your quiz today. Good luck. And there are only 2 groups to be put in, but make sure you fill that out so you know what group you'll be in Monday. Okay, bye guys.